So the Goodwin HQ, we're joined by Goodwin Boxing's latest signing in the light heavyweight, Joel McIntyre. How are we doing, Joel?
Yeah, very well. You alright?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. And also Steve Goodwin. Joel, so obviously just signed with Goodwin Boxing today. Been inactive for a little while. Last fight was in December. Obviously now got your next date is in the 9th of July down in Portsmouth. Just tell us how excited it is to be going back to Portsmouth and fighting in front of your hometown.
Yeah, that's very exciting. It's obviously, we've had a chat today and it's looking good so far. It sounds good. Everything sounds good to me. Just being back in Portsmouth is going to be amazing. I know it's going to be wild. I haven't fought there for maybe nearly 2 years. You know, it's just going to be excellent. I can't wait.
There's some big changes for you until obviously now back with trainer John Murray, obviously going to be fighting back at home at Well. If people haven't followed your career, Joel, it's obviously been a bit stop-start. You've had some time out. What's been the reasons for the layoffs? And I know you had a hand injury, so just tell us a little bit more about.
In the beginning, I was in London. I had a good sponsor who was looking after me and taking care of all financially. That fell through after my first fight. Come back to Portsmouth, Michael Ballingall training me, had a few fights there, and then I wanted to move on a little bit more again, get back to the city, had some backing, took me back to the city. Constant injuries with my hand, to be honest, but I've had a long-term sort of, an operation on that, it's done it long-term, everyone knows about now. Then basically went with Mickey Elliott for a little while, which there's a lot of promises and it sounded good and I was very excited about it. It's just been a little bit slow with him at the moment, and so I've had to ask for my contract back, which is a bit awkward, but at the same time I've got to do what I've got to do for myself. No disrespect to anybody there, it's just the way it is. And like I say, we've had a meeting today, it sounds pretty exciting, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So Steve, obviously, talk about Joel fighting on the 9th of July down in Portsmouth. Then we're going to get him out for a challenge belt first of all. What's your plans for Joel over the next sort of 12 to 18 months?
Firstly, I want to say how excited we are to have Joel. I mean, we sign a lot of young prospects and we do our very best with them as well. We're building up their careers. But it's also great to sign an elite level fighter and somebody that will be competing at the highest level. Joel McIntyre is that man. And you can see that what we're doing with the other fighters and building fighters through to championships, that he's going to be the next one, and we'll be aiming to go on to big titles over the next 12 to 18 months, and it's going to be an exciting time, and we're delighted to have Joel as part of our team.
So what is the idea? Obviously, I'd say, no, we're going to do the change belt in July. Is the idea is going to go the normal route, obviously pick up Southern area English, go the old-fashioned route, so to speak? Yeah,
I mean, Joel's obviously in a mandatory position for the Southern area. That's being fought for by Jack Moyes and Kelvin Young in July. But there's also an English title that is held at the moment by Tom Baker. So whether we go straight for the English and bypass the Southern area or getting a final eliminator for the English, that's something we will look at. We'll look at all the options and we'll take the best options as we always do. But one thing you can be sure of is there won't be any more disappointments with Joel McIntyre. He won't be disappointed. We will deliver those title opportunities for him.
Joel, how frustrating has it been over the course of your career? Obviously, you're a very talented fighter. You've been in and around the sport for a little while. How frustrating has it been for you to not sort of get the titles so far?
Oh, very frustrating. Obviously, I mean, the amount of times I thought about packing it in. I mean, I can't blame any one person or anybody else really, apart from myself. I always take responsibility, but yeah, I've been quite unfortunate with things. My hand injury was obviously always the one. I had to take a year out to get that sorted and to have quite a major operation on that. That's done now. Obviously a little bit of frustration going into another camp and sort of different management and not quite getting sort of, the promises weren't sort of followed through, but then again, we're here now. And
I mean, people don't see how hard it is, Joe. Obviously, people see the fight nights, don't they? But, we were talking a little bit earlier as well, how hard it is to, be in the gym and keep training and almost stay sort of so perfect. I don't think the general public or the people that come to watch you appreciate how much work goes in, you do for just the fight night, the preparation that goes into it.
No, there's a lot of prep. Obviously, it's not everything that's on the camera, it's not everything that's in the ring that you see, it's all behind the scenes, and there's a lot of politics in the boxing, and it often leaves the fighters in the worst position because all they want to do is fight. Some of them want to do it for money, some of them want to do it for belts, most of them want to do it for both, but the fact is, if you're not fighting, then you're just in a very frustrating position.
Let me throw that question at you then. Are you in it for money? Are you in it for belts? Are you in it for both?
The money is a byproduct to me. That is just that is basically. Don't get me wrong, I'm no millionaire, but I'm okay, and I want to provide for my family. But I've always liked the thought of being the champion, thought of everyone thinking of you as a champion, and like no one can say that. Oh yeah, you haven't fought him. I know you haven't fought him. I want no one to be able to say no, you haven't fought him or you've avoided him. I want to be the guy that he's fought everybody. He's fought everybody. And
Steve, how far do you think Joel? We'll bring this question to you as well, Joel. How far do you think Joel can go?
Well, we spoke about this earlier, didn't we? And he's definitely above Southern Area level. He's definitely capable of winning an English title, and he's definitely capable of competing for a British title. And that would be realistic as we sit today. And there's a possibility that he could go further than that. But what I am sure of is when Joel McIntyre's career finishes, that Joel McIntyre will have achieved everything that his ability allows him to do. And that's all I can do, and the rest is down to Joel.
Joel, how important is it to get momentum in your career, fighting regularly, getting out? Do you think that's going to be a major part of what happens as your career pans out? Because we're coming into the crucial part of your career, 28 years old. This is now the part of the career you've got to get right. How important is it to get the momentum going into this important period?
Very important. I mean, if no one's watching you fight, as in the fans and the people that are supporting you, then there's no real boxing scene as it is. If there's no audience, it's not really happening. It's just could be a fight in a car park. No one really cares, But the fact is, you need to give them something to watch. They need to have something to follow. So far, I haven't really been much of a fighter to follow, and I will openly admit that. I've been very unfortunate, and some of it's been my fault. Some of it hasn't been my fault. But I'm just looking at the future now. I'm just looking at the future in my hands. But I'm just ready to go.
But the fight we want people to come out and support Joel, because on the 9th of July there's going to be 3 title fights down in Portsmouth. It's going to be one of the best cards seen in Portsmouth over many years, and we really want people to come out and support them. It's going to be amazing. 3 title fights minimum, and there's some other exciting people on the undercard. It's going to be great. And also tune in Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Joel McIntyre is a guest on the Goodwin Live Facebook TV show. So it's going to be exciting on Tuesday, so make sure you tune in on Tuesday night.
So, Joel, if people want to follow your career, if people want to get in touch, are you on Facebook, you're on Twitter and Instagram? How do people get hold of you, mate?
Facebook, you can just type in my name, or Joel McIntyre, which is my fan page. Give that a like and just follow. There'll always be videos, there'll always be pictures, and mostly of my kid doing silly things and food, but there is some boxing in there as well now. It's going to be definitely ramped up a lot now, because it's, like I say, we're going to gain some momentum right now, and there's going to be a hell of a lot to look at. Also Instagram, Yaka is here, and Twitter. You can just find me, just look for my name, you can find it, it's easy to find. And yeah, like I say, it's going to be very active in the coming months and coming years.
Well, look, welcome to the team. It's great to welcome such a talented fighter. 9th of July, Joel McIntyre goes for the challenge belt down in Portsmouth. Thanks for joining us.